Good evening and welcome to Let's Talk, a conversation with Unc. Hey Sonia, how you doing this evening? Thank you for coming through. It's certainly good to have you here. How you doing today? Or how was your Saturday? Or how is your Saturday, I should say, because it's still Saturday. Well, that's good. Glad to hear that. Yeah, I guess we'll try to wait for a couple of more people to come in. Well, I am doing quite well. I have no complaints. As I tell people, I'm just glad to be here. No complaints at all. Enjoying life. Got the grandkids over. My granddaughter, she likes to watch Criminal Minds, but I had to put her out the room. She's like, well, "What are you doing, Granddad?" I'm like, "Oh, hey, Angel, how are you? Thank you for coming through." Yeah, I was just talking about my granddaughter. I had to put her out the room, because she likes to watch Criminal Minds, and she's like, "Well, what are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm ready to go live." She said, "Okay, well, how long are you going?" I'm like, "Golly, are you gonna clock me?" I said an hour. She said, "Okay, I can go an hour without watching it." Like she had a choice. But it is certainly good to have them here. It'll be even better. I hope they're not listening. I hope Auntie don't have me on. No, it's on the Fire Stick. So well, it's on Netflix as well. If I'm not mistaken, but Netflix only has up until a certain season. So she's watched them all on Netflix. So she came over here to watch my little Fire Stick thing that I have. So she gets to catch up on all of them. So whenever she comes over, she takes control of the TV in the room so that she can watch it. So now she's going to be waiting for 8 o'clock to get here. So when I go off, she can come back in here. But I probably have a little surprise for her. Maybe I won't be mean. So how have you been, Angel? It's good to see you. Yeah, I used to. I like the show as well. I just haven't had a chance to just sit and when you're watching something and you're into it and you watch it and you watch it and you watch it, it's good. But then you get away from it and it's kind of hard to pick back up. There are a lot of shows that I love to watch, but I've gotten so far behind that you know I don't have time to sit and binge watch. Although, you know what? Maybe I'll take one day and binge watch it, pick a show and binge watch it. Ooh, you got to make sure you take care of that. Definitely. They say if you drink plenty of water, that'll help bring it down. Are you on medication? Yeah, well, you make sure you take care of that. That's okay, good. Yeah, you definitely want to be careful with that. Yeah, Yeah, I know the feeling. It definitely is hereditary. That high blood pressure, that those things are definitely hereditary. Try to make sure I'm working on trying to get my diet, the way it's supposed to be. And it takes a lot of focus. Yeah, me too, Angel. I'm doing good. I am doing good. Like I was saying, hey, Machi, long time. Good to see you. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, I have learned not to complain because it really solves nothing. You don't accomplish anything by complaining. And as I always, if you complain, that means you're probably not grateful for what you have. I know who you are, Machi. How you been? How's Kane? So I try to make sure that stay grateful and make sure I put out that same energy because it is important. That what you put out is what you get back. Okay, Machi. Well, tell him I said hello. It's certainly good to see you. Hope everything is going well. So, other than that, Angel, you're doing okay. Me too. That is definitely my kryptonite, and mine specifically is Pop Tarts. Oh, man, me and Pop Tarts just got this thing. Hey, Noam, good to see you. Thank you for coming through. Y'all, please make sure y'all hit that thumbs up on the way in. Pop Tarts is just, oh my goodness. I try to quit them, but it seems like I was telling somebody the other day when I walk in the store, it's like all the stores put them right in the front, or wherever they are, I just seem to find them. And I'm like, and I don't even be looking for them. And I'm like, oh my goodness. You know, I try, and, and maybe I should stop trying to just do it. That's the problem. Always trying, just do it, and I'll be able to reach that goal. And maybe the problem is I really haven't made up in my mind that I really want to stop eating them. It's just like smoking. I was able to quit that because I knew that I had to. It was like, okay, you have to stop. You've had a medical emergency, and smoking, isn't going to help you. So you got to get away from it. So it's been 10 years since I've smoked, and that's a good thing. But if trying to go 10 days without Pop Tarts is like, oh my goodness. Oh, okay, Noam. I'm like, man, this is crazy. It is really crazy. But hey, the sacrifices we make to live the life that we want. I was watching. Has anybody have you all watched the movie Jingle Jangle? Now I'm not really into the holiday movies, but one day I was listening to the radio and the guy was talking about this movie, Jingle Jangle, Jingle Jangle, Jingle. Well, tell Kane, I said, hey, Machi, and I was like, okay, let me just go and they said it's on Netflix. You know, it's a great movie. Blah 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 blah. I'm like, okay. I'm gonna watch it. So I started watching it, and I was like, oh man, wait a minute. Hi. I'm like, okay. No, it's actually a new movie. Hey, the Keto Girl, thank you for sharing me out. It's a new movie. It's on Netflix. It has Forrest Whitaker and Felicia Rashad. My granddad was over here. Claire Huxtable. Like, that's not her name.
That's what you said?
That's it. She plays Claire Huxtable.
Same thing.
No, it's not the same thing. Yeah, but it is a really good movie. Like I said, I started watching it and I was like, nope, I gotta stop. Because we used to have movie night on Thursday. So Thursday night I was like, yeah. Hey Jess, thank you for coming through. And I said, okay, this will be the Thursday night family, movie night. So the grandkids came over and I was like, okay, we're gonna watch this movie. So I get it all set up and turn it on, and my son is like, well, can you wait till, because we were gonna do it at 9. I mean at 8. What's up, nephew? Thank you for coming through. We were gonna watch it at 8 and we were gonna have everything all, we had our snacks. Thank you for sharing me out, Aunt Maddie. We had all our little snacks and everything, and we're like, okay, we're gonna do this. Well, it ended up just me and the grandgirls. Aunt Maddie, she was on an important phone call for an hour. I don't know what kind of phone call she was on for an hour, but I was like, okay, cool, whatever. My son, he kind of canceled out. He was telling me, I got to finish my video, and then he was like, no, this movie is just boring. I'm like, oh man. And my grandson, I don't know what he was doing. I think he was just into his phone with his little girlfriend or whatever. So I was like, okay, fine. So it just left me and the girls. So we were sitting there watching the movie, and I mean, it was actually a good movie. It was a very, very interesting story. You see my phone. And I find myself now looking at movies and TV shows a little differently than how I used to look at them. At first it was just like pure entertainment. Excuse me, y'all. Hold on one second. I'll be right back. I need to find something. Sorry about that, folks. I'm back. But yeah, what I was saying is that I tend to watch movies a little differently than I used to. It's like it's a message. I'm always looking for the message. Always looking for the message. You know, it used to be you just sit and watch a movie and you just watch it. You just watch TV and it's like, okay, there's a story. They're telling a story, and I'm trying to, now I'm trying to find, always trying to find the message in the story. And I'm like, you know, and as the saying goes, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And so now when I look at these movies or these TV shows, I'm just searching for something. Will I get something out of it that I can share? And of course, I was watching this movie and it was about, I don't want to spoil it, but the message that I got from the movie itself was not to give up, that there will be things that happen in your life that are catastrophic. But if you truly believe in what you're doing and you feel that this is your purpose, that this is what you're supposed to be doing, that you'll be able to work through it. And no matter what the obstacle is, your why is what gets you through. And because the guy was he was the greatest inventor in the world. That's how he marketed himself, and that pretty much was how they marketed him in the movie. And things happened in his life that some were in his control, some weren't. Well, actually, none of it was actually in his control to get him in that circumstance. But then, the aftermath, after all the dust had settled, the way he handled it, he could have done it better. It was in his control. But there was a quote that I got out of this movie that was so profound, and I was looking for it yesterday so that I could share it with you all. And my granddaughter's like, "Didn't we just watch this movie last night?" And I'm like, "I'm not watching it. I'm trying to find the quote." She said, "Well, you wrote it down." I said, "Well, I have to make sure that I wrote it down right and that I have the information, because when I say it, I don't want to say it wrong. And then there are people watching the movie and they're like, man, Uncle has no idea what he's talking about." But this quote was, never be afraid when people can't see what you see. Only be afraid if you can no longer see it. And that throughout the entire movie, that stuck with me. More so than the story of not giving up and understanding that catastrophic things happen, and that right there. Because so many times we worry about other people seeing our vision, other people understanding our purpose and what it is that we are trying to accomplish and what it is that we are doing. And we get so caught up in it. And we're like, why? How come they don't understand it? Or how come they can't see it? Or, what am I doing? I need to make them see it. No, you don't. You don't need to make them see it. As long as you see it. Now, once you stop seeing it, once you stop feeling it, once you decide that you want to quit, that's where the problem lies. You cannot wait for somebody else to understand what it is you're doing. You have an obligation not only to yourself, but to the people that you have been tasked to share this information with, to share your story with, to make sure that they hear what it is that you need to say. Because I firmly believe, and I say this all the time, that there's somebody out here that needs to hear my message. And I don't know who it is. And I just have to get the information out there. and continue to put the information out there. Auntie, full disclosure, she would ask me, why do you get up in the morning and put out these morning motivations? You're not getting paid. And I also noticed that, that a lot of the people that I send the messages to don't come to my lives. They don't watch my videos. And that's fine. I've come to understand that that's not what it's about. That my job is to get the information out because there's somebody that needs to hear it from me. And if the people that I'm sending it to now aren't the ones, that's fine. Maybe they are the ones that will get it, push the information out and let them know that, hey, Unc's sending a bat signal. He's trying to get a message to you. You need to come hear it. So this is why I do what I do on a continual basis. Is it frustrating sometimes? Very, very frustrating. But I refuse to let that get me down. I'm going to keep doing this and working on ways to improve and more ways to get my message out. But I'm here. YouTube is pretty much stuck with me. And whoever comes in here, you all are stuck with me. You all are my tribe. And so I will continue to push and put out videos and go live and speak to whoever wants to hear it. However I can get the message out, whether it's putting a post on Instagram or Twitter or Facebook or on my community tab, making little short videos, however I can get the information out, that is what I will continue to do. Because I firmly believe that this is where I'm supposed to be. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. So I can't stop. And like I said, even when I wanted to quit, it would nag at me. And I'd be like, leave me alone. I don't want to do it. Just leave me alone. But it just won't. So every day I get up, my brain is constantly trying to figure out new ways, better ways to get the information out. So I am enjoying it. And like I said, yes, it can be very frustrating, but that is part of the process. Because as they say, if it was easy, everybody would do it. If this was easy, if there was a surefire plan or way for this to get done, everybody'd be doing it. Everybody. I mean, there would be more people on YouTube than there are right now. Or there'd be more people doing whatever it is they're doing because it would be so easy. As the song goes, no pain, no gain. Oh yeah, it's definitely a lot of work. It is. But what you put into it is what you get out of it. And if you don't put anything in, if you don't put any skin in the game, you won't get anything out of it. You have to put forth a maximum effort. And only you can do what you are supposed to do, what you have been tasked by the universe to do. There's a quote by Dr. Michael Beckwith. If you don't do you, you won't be done. Because you can only do you. You can't be the next this person or the next that person. You have to be the first you. Hey, Keto. I'm just talking. You have to be, you can only be the first you. You can't be the next whoever. Be the first you, that unique individual. And something I've learned from listening to Lisa Nichols is that we are unrepeatable miracles. There's only one like us. One. And we have been tasked to perform a job. And so this is it. You can't sit and wait for somebody to come do it for you. If you're in a rut, there's no need to sit around and wait for somebody to come pull you out of it. We have to be our own rescue. We have to be our own rescue. Nobody's going to come and save us from us but us. If you're not putting out any kind of effort, then what do you think you're going to get back? Hey, Vern. Welcome in, my sister. You have to put forth maximum effort and do it. If you're not doing it for anybody else, you have to do it for yourself. You just, so many times people are sitting around and they're waiting for this miracle to take place. Ain't no miracles coming. You want a miracle, you got to make a miracle. Because don't nobody owe us nothing. Ain't nobody giving us nothing. My dad used to tell me all the time, if somebody's giving you something, you might want to make sure, hey, Dez and D, you know who the person is that's giving you something, and be very leery when they're giving you something, because they will always at some point want something in return, and you will sometimes be in a position where you cannot provide what it is they need back. Because the first thing they'll say, do you remember when I gave you such and such? Okay, Angel. You remember when I gave you such and such? Well, people, I'll give you this. I'm really leery when people offer to give me something other than advice. Now, if you're giving advice, I'll take that all day long, because I'm quite sure that the advice that you're giving is not going to be this multi-million-dollar piece of advice, because if you thought that it was that much or was worth that much, then you probably wouldn't be giving it to me in the first place. So I'll take all the advice you got all day long. But when people start giving you things, just, you have to be careful. Because at some point they are going to want a return on their investment. Because that's what they'll call it. That gift at some point becomes a loan, because they gave you something and then you were able to make something happen, and now you're successful, you're worth more, and you have money. You know what, Keith? If I thought that was true, I would probably take you up on it and worry about the consequences later. No, but but you just have to excuse me. Where my granddaughter go? They be sneaking in here on me. Yeah, but be careful when people are offering to give you something, because they will definitely want something back. It's just as sure as you're born. Because once when you have some value, now all of a sudden, here they come. You know, when I gave you that little bit of money to get you started, you know, I know I said that. I already know. I already know what's about to happen. You know, so just be careful, folks, of who you surround yourself with, who you're dealing with. Because people are funny. They just are. And you know, it's they're either with you or they're not. They're either for you or they're not. And they will sit and they will watch and they will watch, you know, and you have some people that and you'd be surprised at where they come from. You know, and they sit and they wait and they pray for your downfall. They're sitting there waiting for it. They know that, you know, things happen. And so they're sitting there just so that they can be able to say, I told you so. That is the only reason that they are sitting around and coming around and just being there. They show up waiting for the train wreck. And you know it's definitely not your enemies, because you know who your enemies are. So you know that you're not going to let them get but so close. But they are the people who say that they care about you, that they're with you, that they're for you, that they want to see you succeed, but yet they say little slick stuff and they do little slick things. And sometimes we don't see it because we care so much about this person and we care about their advice or their opinions. Hey V, what's happening? Long time. Thank you for coming through. You know, they just waiting, and then when that train wreck comes, here they come. Whole time you thought that they was for you, they was with you, that they really cared. Nah. You know, like I said, we hear what they're saying, but because we value their opinion and they've been around us so long that we just thought that they would never do that. You don't think that this person will betray you that way. Now, if you thank you, Vern. Thank you for that super sticker, Booski. I appreciate you. You know, they just sit and they wait and they wait, they lurk. And then when you fall, they're right there piling on. So be careful of the people that that you surround yourself with. And just listen. You know, like I said, sometimes we'll hear it and we'll see it, but we ignore it because we figure they would never do that. You know what? My little granddaughter is something else. Once again, Booski, thank you. I appreciate you. You know, we see the red flags and the stop signs, but we just ignore it because we just so happy to have them around. They've been there forever, and you know they just be careful. Oh yeah, we already got ours up. The grand girls put the tree up. Yeah, last week. She don't have time right now, Keto. She come back here talking about granddad, granddad. You gotta say thank you. Like I didn't say it. You know, I shoot. Yeah, we got two, one little teeny one and the regular size one. But I used to be into Christmas like that. I guess when my kids were when they were kids. Yes. Tell me, I didn't hear you say it. Obviously, you weren't listening. But I used to be into that when our kids were little, and I guess when I was a kid. But now it's like it's become so commercialized that I mean, they start talking about Christmas right after Halloween. It used to be after Thanksgiving. That's when they put on the press. Black Friday. The stores will open early Friday morning. Vern's junk closet. Huh? All right, excuse me, y'all. Here we go. Thank you, Vern. 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 For the $3. Thank you, Vern. Thank you, Vern. Thank you, Vern. Have a nice day and bye. Oh man, that's your girl, Keto. That's your girl. Oh, my behind, V. Whatever. Yeah, but it's just become so commercialized. That Black Friday would come and you get up early Friday morning and boom, things close early on Thanksgiving so folks could go home and eat and spend time with their families and stuff like that. Now, I don't even think they close on Thanksgiving. Oh, that was my granddaughter, Angel. That's Mukbang Lee. Hey, thank you, Vern. I should hear that door in a few minutes as soon as it. Yep. Mm. Hold on. It's Vern again. Right. Here we go, Vern. Here we go. Thank you, Vern. 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 Have a nice day and bye again. Oh man, I tell you. Wait. Hold on. I'll be coming back in a minute. I gotta get in the shower, y'all. Tell them not to send no more super chats. What? She talking about tell y'all don't send no more super chat. If somebody got one, they'll send it. If you can't sing, that ain't my problem. But anyway. Yeah, and buy again, yes. But that this whole commercialization of Christmas. I think the stores are open on Thanksgiving. I'm like, sheesh, when do people get a chance to spend time with their family? I'm like, that's just, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, and I know that maybe I should understand that the times have changed and things are different, and that I ain't messing with your Christmas, Angel. I promise I'm not. I'm not saying what I mean. Actually, I guess what I'm saying is that it just to me it's too much. At least wait till after Thanksgiving. They don't even advertise Thanksgiving. Ah, okay. They don't even talk about Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving used to be the time when people really thought about or talked about being grateful and thankful. Now it's like you go from straight from Halloween to Christmas. I'm like, whatever happened to Thanksgiving? Oh, shoot, not just the pilgrims, but the food, which I probably should be trying to stay away from. But and also, y'all, with the Thanksgiving season coming up, please make sure that you're vigilant and careful. I know that we've been away from our families. Some of us. It took a while for us to get back, but then we have older people in our families that we can't necessarily go around, and now the Thanksgiving season is coming, and people thought that, okay, maybe at this time, we actually thought that this stuff would be over, and Thanksgiving would be the way Thanksgiving used to be, somewhat better than what it was. But they're talking about closing stuff back down. The numbers are spiking and all that kind of stuff. So I just be careful and remember, to look out for our seniors and our people that have pre-existing conditions, and that us can be subjected. It's easier for them to be subjected to the germs. I just think that that's important, and make sure you're checking on your people all the time. We got to look out for our folks. It is very, very, very important. Shout out to the 8 people in the room. I thank y'all so much. Holidays ain't the same no more. All the people who keep the family together and held these events at their homes have expired. The younger generation don't care nothing about. Now they don't care nothing about no traditions. And the only reason they cared about it is because there was somebody there to make sure that they followed the traditions. And it's funny you should say that, Keto, because as I sit here, I'm thinking I am one of the elders of my family. I'm not talking about like my family here, but I mean the lineage of my family. I am one of the elders. The youngest elder, as a matter of fact, on both sides. And that I don't know what that has to do with anything, but it just made me think about that when you said that. I make my own holidays. Ain't got time for depending on anyone else to make a holiday great. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, if you don't make your own stuff great, then you got a problem. If you can't do that. But sometimes it is good to see, other people. It's really good to. We had a family reunion a couple of years ago, and it was just good to see my family. We actually, and we had fun. We had a ball. It was good. Now people, you can't. They're putting limitations on the gatherings again, and this summer was a hot mess. These holidays is going to be, but you have to adapt. It's like anything else in life. Soul food versus do school food sucks for real. Meaning the new way they cook doesn't compare to grandma, mama, and auntie cooking. Nah, that's because they use microwaves now. Everything is everything is fix it real fast. And it's like the music. We were talking about that today. I was talking to somebody about it's in I went to the store and the guy they were playing music inside the store, and we were talking about how they don't make music like they used to. There's no bands, they don't use instruments. Everybody's got a beat machine or a voice box or something. Like Earth, Wind and Fire and the Dance Band and Average White Band. Bands, like they had instruments. Now they just got the little beat machine and voice box, and everybody can just make something up. You don't understand what they're saying. Like, really, y'all? That's the best y'all got? You got mumble rappers. What the heck is a mumble rapper? I don't know what you saying, bruh. They don't make love songs no more. Their love song now is, come on, B, let me do this, let me do this, let me do. Really? That's how y'all gonna talk to them now? They wonder why don't nobody want to be bothered with them. You come out the gate wrong. Mm-mm. It's crazy. You don't know nothing they saying. They don't. They don't just. You don't just walk in the room and like caveman or something. This is what I want to do, and dude. How about a little compassion, a little, you know, gotta come, soft with it. I know there's some women that like roughnecks and all that kind of stuff, but still, nothing wrong with a little romantic music every now and then. This stuff they talking about now, there's no rhythm, there's no rhyme, there's no nothing. They just out here all willy nilly, just doing whatever, talking however. And it ain't just the dudes. The women. I don't have nothing against Cardi B and Meg the Stallion, whatever her name is, all that stuff. What's her name? What's the girl name with the fake donkey butt? I forgot her name. The one with the pink stuff, like the baby doll, the Barbie doll, whatever her name is. Oh, Nicki Minaj, that girl. They just, I don't know. I don't know. They don't leave nothing to the imagination. I was, my aunt and I she went to get some crabs, and there was some lady. She was like, "Did you see the lady that came out of the store?" I'm like, "No." She said she had on this fishnet thing with her underwear. Who? I don't get it. I don't get it. You have to leave something to the imagination. You have to make him wonder or work for it. If you're just gonna set it all out there and just, he ain't gotta work. He ain't gotta do nothing. He just walk in the door and it's right there. Take you out to dinner. You ain't even got to take you to a nice restaurant. Just take you to McDonald's and get you a little cheeseburger, and then off y'all go, and a bottle of wine, and you good. Man, that just ain't how it is. It shouldn't be that way. I I don't get it. You know, everybody wants to be a Instagram model. I mean, put some damn clothes on. Nobody, they don't want. I mean, and see, people will treat you how they see you. You know, I get it. You can wear whatever you want to wear, and nobody's supposed to invade your space and all this stuff. That's cool. And it's wrong if they say something out the way, but please understand that there are consequences and repercussions for everything that you do. Now, I'm not saying that it's right for a man to sit and say stuff about a woman, but if you walk around half dressed, or you got a dude that, you know, you take your woman out and she half dressed and you mad because somebody looking at her, ain't that why you let her dress like that anyway? So somebody can look at her? It gotta be. Because you can't possibly think that you're going to be the only one that's looking at her. It just that's just not how it's going to be. And you're going to get mad because the dude's sitting over there at the table gawking. Hell, she got everything just out there. So what you expect? I mean, what do you really expect? That's just like wearing white tennis shoes to the club, and you in the club that's the building supposed to hold 250 people. They got 400 people in there. Somebody gonna step on your shoes, bruh. And you mad? You shouldn't have wore the white shoes in there. And he's stepping all over my shoes. Well, what you think? Ain't enough floor space. Everybody got 2 feet. Ain't enough floor space, partner. That's just how it is. You know, like I said, there's repercussions and consequences for every decision you make. You decide to let her walk out there like that, then that. And like I said, I'm not saying that it's right. I'm not saying that by a long shot. No, you should always be respectful. But you have to also understand that everybody is not taught to be respectful. So just be ready for it. Understand that this is how things go sometimes. You know, but I want to thank you all for coming through and hanging with me and listen to Unc just babble and babble. I really, sincerely, truly appreciate you. Thank you, Vern, for the super stickers. I appreciate you. Angel, V, the Keto Girl, Machi, Dez, and D. Everybody that came in, I thank y'all. My nephew, Harlan. You know I love you, bruh. Love you like a fat kid love cake. All right, Angel, thank you again. No, they don't want it. They say they do, Keto, but they don't. Like a lot of women say they want a respectable man. Some of them just want a man just to say they got one. But that's another discussion for another day. Once again, I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Now I'm to stay to you as well, Angel. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I will see you all again on Tuesday at 7. And until then, remember to be happy on purpose and know that I believe in you too. Peace.